On this week's Digital Marketing News Roundup, dads are flocking to Pinterest, clout is out, Google is all up in my business, and new reports on CPC and marketing and email automation.
Welcome to the Digital Marketing News. I'm Tiffany Allen.
And with your first story this week, I'm Joshua Knight. My first story has to do with Pinterest, or for those from Tennessee like me, Pinterest. That's irrelevant to the story, but I thought it was a nice little gag. Anyway, it turns out that more people like me are using Pinterest. Bald guys who wear kind of loud shirts to do news on the... No, actually, it's just millennial dads, it turns out, from data that comes from Pinterest itself, are using the platform more than ever before. So 42% of fathers in the millennial bracket are using Pinterest. 47% of fathers who make $100,000 or more a year are using the site. What are they doing on there? Well, there has been a 450% increase in dads searching for DIY projects to do with their kids. How cute is that?
That's super cute.
There's also been dads are 1.2, very precise, more times likely to search for meal planning suggestions on Pinterest as well. So this is kind of cool. It shows that dads are taking a little more active role in the household than maybe previous generations, that they're doing stuff with their kids, that they're making some of the meals, and I say that's great. I still don't get Pinterest, but I'm Gen X, so I am obsolete, and I hail our millennial Pinterest-using dad overlords. Over dads?
Over dads.
I'm so totally over dads.
Well, that's not the only social media news we have this week, Josh.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, so I don't know if you've heard of Clout before. The social media kind of influencer marketing tool that's been around for quite a while. They're shutting their doors on May 25th, the same day as the GDPR regulations go into place. Fun fact, maybe related, who knows? So the metrics that they did provide were just becoming a little bit less valuable to brands. The company's been having a hard time kind of making it work over the past few years as influencer marketing, social marketing become more sophisticated and we start to look for different metrics. Of course, the more strict data privacy settings on social networks could have also been a contributing factor here. So yeah, something to keep in mind as you're going through your social and influencer marketing. Keeping up to speed with those regulations is going to be really important in terms of what data you'll be able to provide in terms of effectiveness.
I can see that. I think it kind of points to how we've been evolving influencer marketing. Like, it was fun. I had my clout score and I had a little Twitter plugin that showed everybody's clout score and see big numbers and compare them. But really, your influencer might not be the person with the highest score, like single score. It depends on your industry and your audience. So I feel like this is inevitable as we get more sophisticated with our influencer marketing.
I agree.
So sorry, Clout, but we're going to pop on some monocles. We're going to get sophisticated up in this.
Absolutely. All right, Josh, it's time for your next story.
All right, get out of here, will you? Thanks, Tiffany, for getting out of the way of the news. Our next story is about some good news for B2B marketers, that cost per click is steadily declining on Google search. So this is great stuff. It's coming from Marin Software, did the analysis on this. They found that the average cost per click has dropped year over year from $1.81 per click to $1.75. So a minor reduction there, but it is a promising trend, especially since those CPCs have been going up and up and up, and now they seem to be backing off a little bit. In better news even, volume is growing. Volume is growing. I apologize to our sound man there, but CTR, click-through rate, is going up. That's gone up by 65% year over year. And it's right now at an average of 2.27%. So there's more search volume. People are clicking a little more on those Google ads and the cost per click's going down. Everything coming up roses for Google. On the Bing side, it's a little bit different. Actually kind of the opposite. Volume is down and click-through rates on Bing are down as well. So while that can be a valuable platform depending on if your target audience is in the demographic, that slightly wealthier, slightly older demo that's using Bing, then you might want to continue your efforts on there. Otherwise, things are looking great for Google. Now with our next story, it's my turn to get out of the way, and Tiffany's coming right at you with some business.
Thanks, Josh. In other Google-related news, Google is now sending email notifications to folks who have left business reviews in Google My Business when the business actually responds to their review. So this is incentivizing businesses to not only respond to customer feedback in a timely fashion, good, bad, or otherwise, but helps them build relationships with the folks who are reviewing their products. So this will be a good time for businesses to make sure that their business profiles are set up properly and that they have somebody in place to continue to manage those reviews on their end. So we'll look forward to seeing how this plays. Of course, reviews are a huge factor when it comes to showing up in search results, especially locally. So definitely something to pay attention to here. All right, with our final story, back to us.
Thanks, Tiffany. Our final story this week is about some new research on email and marketing automation. So this comes to us from the people at Smart Insights and Get Response, where they asked marketers and entire marketing departments to rate their effectiveness at using email and marketing automation. So the shocking part of this is only 8% of brands said that they were operating at peak efficiency. So that's meaning they know how to use email marketing automation and integrate them and are continually optimizing and are using all of the features that are available to them. So I have a vanishingly small percentage of folks at that level. 28% said they were kind of basic, which means there's a lot of Ugg boots and pumpkin spice lattes happening in our email and marketing automation. And 19%, so nearly a fifth of these people said that they don't use marketing automation at all. And that seems shockingly high. I don't know. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I think email marketing has proven itself to be one of the most effective tactics that marketers have in their toolbox. So it's kind of a missed opportunity if you're not using email at all. Using the marketing automation features just makes those emails more personalized. You're able to hit the right people at the right time with your messaging. So I think it's definitely a missed opportunity, but that's not to say that it's not something that they can pick up in the next few years.
And should.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What I thought was really interesting is that marketers themselves are rating themselves on their effectiveness in email marketing, and 29% rated their skills as basic, right? So not a whole lot of knowledge there, not using all the features or understanding what they do. 28% rate their skills as intermediate, so they're okay at it. They're better than most, maybe. Only 5% said they were experts in marketing automation and email marketing. So there's definitely some bandwidth to be made up there. What's interesting, though, is that for those firms that aren't using email marketing, you don't have to be an expert to do it, right? Like you can learn a little bit as you go, but just kind of getting yourself into that place where you're able to learn and understand the different features within the platform is a big step and will help you get kind of ahead.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's worth doing. Definitely, if you're in that not doing it at all phase, taking that step into even just that basic level. Maybe buying a little puffy sleeveless vest that you can wear because you just love fall. That just slightly basic part is better than not doing it at all. I feel like any time that you invest in learning this stuff is going to pay dividends because you're going to get more relevant emails, more subscribes, more click-throughs, and you're going to spend less time on it.
I agree.
So get on it.
Yes. Well, that's all the marketing news we have for you today. You can get more if you go on the TopRank blog, toprankblog.com, or follow TopRank on Twitter at TopRank, or me at Tiffany_Allen.
And you can find me on Twitter at Nitewrites, that's NITEWRITES. And if you're enjoying these videos or you hate them but feel compelled to watch them, or you're watching them ironically, we don't care, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, and please also ring the bell so that you'll get notifications whenever we post something cool, which we are doing on a regular basis.
It's true. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.